Do you dig? I sure dig. Welcome back to Minish Cap. Link has the mole mitt, so now he could just dig this wind temple, a new one. I haven't really seen any wind. Did I mention that in the last video? Because there still is no wind here. What we do have is Wizrobes! They're back! And the torches are shooting at me too. That's just terrible. I gotta murder these guys the most. Actually, these guys look like the wizards from Beyond Oasis. Hey, you guys are supposed to stop shooting at me. Why are you still shooting at me? That's rude. Well, now that I got the mole mitts, we're gonna be heading back to some old rooms here. Because there's stuff that is hidden, you know, just in plain sight. And we weren't able to get to them. But I'm gonna have to head back to, the room where those rupee likes were. And I think there's a spark room around here too. So I'm gonna have to find them again. I believe they're this way. Yep, right here. There's a lot of empty holes, but this one has a kinstone piece in it. You see this hole over here? It has nothing! Also, there's another room that I need to go to. Now I can cheat. I don't even have to bother with the rupee likes in this area. This button right here opens up a treasure chest full of goodies. It's another red kinstone piece. There's a lot of those in this dungeon, I found out. You know what? I'm gonna go this way because it's a lot easier than trying to go back through those rooms. I'll just go through this area again. Luckily, I don't have to shoot any more eyeballs. And I have way more arrows than I ever need. And I can use this as a shortcut right here. You know, it's very strange that Link could fall down through the floors, but the snakes did not follow. They got swallowed up by the ether. Well, we're done with that part. So that means we're going to be taking this entrance now. Looks like there's a key going to be falling down here. Totally baseless accusation, I know. More skeletons and more sparks in the Wind Fortress. I think they misnomered this place. Well, that gets us a treasure chest. And the other one's going to open the door. But both of these chests have blue kinstones in them. Sometimes I just don't want to fight a skeleton. There's some days that you just don't want to fight a skeleton. Instead, you want to boomerang a spark. Why do they turn into fairies when you do that? That doesn't seem right. I mean, I think using the powder on the anti-fairies makes more sense than hitting them with a boomerang. Yeah, stop being spikes. Immediately. And there's more treasure here, too. We're going to be finding a lot of treasure boxes in this area. Look at that. Red kinstone piece. And up here is another red kinstone piece. And electricity. Also, those sparks can't go through a one-link big hole. They're just gonna go right past it. That's because of the 2.5D-ness going on in the Game Boy Advance. Alright, you come over here. I've been thinking more about why this game is in like 30 frames a second. Because I'm pretty sure Mother 3 runs at 60. Maybe it has to do with them being an RPG instead. But if I play Mother 3, it's really smooth. This one, I can see the jitteriness, that even though it is saying 60 frames a second. Maybe they had to just limit themselves so they could get more Zelda into the game. Oh, you see those buttons? Did you see me cloning myself? That's how we open this door. And inside, a shrinky spot. One of those fancy shrinky spots that look like ant traps. I'm gonna need this to go over to that other Armos Knight. He's blocking something! That is so rude. I'm gonna have to wake him up and tell him how rude he is with my sword. And I could de-shrink over here. Sadly, there's no other way to do it. I would love to shrink right there. There's less of a walk for me. Alright, wake up. I got things to do with you. That. You could also wait till he stops moving again and hope he doesn't move in front of the switch again. But I wanted him to die. That's how much I wanted him to die. And there goes the small key. Just like his brother. It doesn't want to be in the same place as Link. But one more thing. Shrink yourself before falling down this hole. Yes, you can shrink through the passable floors as a Minish Link. His little box thing that shows his head does very, very silly things when you fall down a hole. And another heart piece. I'm gonna have to grow and get it. It's the only way you could get to this heart piece. I'm gonna want it. Because it's another heart container for me. How many is that? That's 10 now, ain't it? Yeah, nice even 10. Now all I have to do is just leave this entrance, and go back in this entrance, and I'll have myself a key. Now, we're done with this part of the dungeon, too. So we completed, what did we complete? I guess it was like the middle part. Now we have to go to the right part of the second floor. And the only way to do that is we're going to have to take the door we haven't taken before. Yeah, this big hub room here. We got a door down there. We're going to be going there later. What we're going to do is we're going to go in this door now. It's the twin room to the last room. This one requires us to make our own bridge. And then we run for it. Ah, go faster! Yeah, it's a good thing rolling is a little bit faster than a regular run speed. We can use the boots too, but it's more harrowing if you roll. And we got floor masters now. Someone has informed me that they are actually called floor masters because they live on the floor. Now, the reason why I call these the wall masters is because in the original Zelda game, those are the ones that came out through the walls and tried to grab you. So I always assumed they were the wall master. And the floor master is the one that dropped from the floor above you. It's not a stretch of logic. It should have been like that, but I guess that's the way they named them. Who was that anyway? Miyamoto? Probably Miyamoto did it. Now, those spikes, you can use the holes and they'll roll right over you, or you can just go through the middle of them. I'm impatient. Now these statues are important. But we don't have enough statues to do what we want to do. So I'm just going to pull these into position, and there's cloning spots up here. As you can see, the cloning spots are arranged in such a way that you can only arrange those statues in a certain pattern. And then you have to clone yourself for the rest. So this is how you solve the puzzle. Sadly, I wish there was puzzles in this game that you could solve without, you know, needing to do it one specific way. But it is the Game Boy Advance after all. Now I got a small key. I can open that door over there. Which is very important because we're doing something else. And we won't be able to open this door if we wait on it. I'm going back to that room with the shrinky spot. You're gonna need to do this if you don't want to get stuck in this dungeon for a very long time. That's right, we could walk through doors as a regular Minish person. But we have to go this way. And we can't use the holes this time. We have to be in the middle of those spikes. And I don't think he could fall down the holes surrounding the buttons. No, it's just, his elevation changes a little bit when he runs over the button, too. That's a nice detail that it was left out of the game. Or wasn't left out of the game, in that matter. Now, this is another part of the dungeon, but we're too tiny to do anything in it. Except go in this door. I sense a key in this room. It's the only way to get into here is be Minish. And then you avoid the sparks. Unless you really need fairies. Usually I just dig around the sparks. I just don't want to deal with them. Like, this way. Is there any treasure chests in this room? I don't think there is, though. I've checked. Yeah, I don't see any treasure chests here. No hidden rupees, no secret shells. So, we're done with this room now. We're gonna need that key. Otherwise, we're gonna have to backtrack for it. And if we go over in this direction, it just takes us back to the central hub room. So we're not going there. And fortunately, these floor masters will not grab Link if he's tiny. They don't see him. They don't see anything, really. They don't have eyes. They're the Wind Waker things. Alright, just stand here and murder. Huh, thank you for a kinstone piece. It's not like I have a billion of these. I could use some hearts. That's what I need. Alright, mini Moldorms. They're here. They're here and they're going to be destroyed with my sword might. And 50 rupees in that jar. That's the second time I got 50 rupees in that jar. I'm pretty sure it's set. The rest of them, they just have regular stuff, so I'm not going to murder them. They could languish a little bit. And I'm just gonna ignore the skeletons. I got a key. I don't need to fight them. Now, make the wrong decision and you will regret it. Do not go down there. Go down this one. Otherwise, you're gonna backtrack through the entire part again. And this is the big key. Now that we got the big key, we have to find where the boss lives, which is on the 3rd floor. And the only way to get there is through the south entrance, or the south exit of this room right here. And that's how we're gonna get to the boss. I tell you this. It is certain. But first we need to do another block puzzle, or in this case the statue puzzle. I wish there would be a way for like Link to just kick a statue so it goes sliding across the floor. Maybe they should keep that in mind for the next Zelda game after Breath of the Wild. That Link can just roughly kick things out of his way. It looks like there's something hidden in here. There's absolutely nothing hidden in here. I'm pretty sure we got all the chests. Yep, that's a clean dungeon if I say so myself. And this is only to activate the shortcut in case you die. Looks like he's been expanding a little bit, but these sparks make it annoying to grab the treasure. That, go away. I wanted to do something. Like that. Yeah, they go into the walls if you let them. And now I'm gonna have to kill him because he electrocuted me. Huh? Your buddy felt that pain. And you felt that one. Welcome to your life of being a fairy. Maybe the sparks are just corrupted fairies. This thing looks familiar. It kind of reminds me of La Milana. Maybe this is Palenque's head. Now it's time to pod race it. Now it's looking familiar for a different reason. It kind of reminds me of, what was that? Bongo Bongo from Ocarina of Time. He has the same thing going on. He has eyeballs in his hands. And you have to use the bow on him. And then you have to destroy his hands. And he's going to try and grab you, too. Which is bad. Don't let that happen. He will mess you up. Destroy his hands and he shuts down for a little while. That's when we shrink ourselves. And we go inside. I wonder how this stuff operates. Hey, that looks very Sheikah. Let's break it. This is probably another Minish device. Hey, let go of me! Ah, Return of the Crane game from Link's Awakening. This is the revenge. You better not drop that on me. He was trying to drop that on me. This guy's a jerk. That's it. You get arrows right in your hand eyes. Why do you put eyeballs in your hands? Every time you touch something really hot, you're gonna blind yourself. It's not good. Also, don't get tricked. Those hands will hurt you if you just run into them. Even if they're not doing anything. Alright, let's try this again. Also, did I hear the sword charging up noise, or was that just the shrinky-dink spot? I'm pretty sure. Now we're gonna have to dig for it. Luckily, this game gives us plenty of time to find it. Because there's really no indicator that it's around until you find it, really. And we're gonna have to do that one last time. Luckily, I got plenty of arrows, and the hands just spit out more when you hurt them. So, unless you're a big ninny, you won't run out of arrows on this boss. Unlike maybe Bongo Bongo, where you might run out of... Don't you have to shoot him with light arrows? Hey, that's rude! You Minished me! I never got hit with that laser till now. Apparently it's a Minish laser. That's something new. That's something definitely new. I did not expect that. It surprised me a little bit. You have surprised me, good robot, sir. Now I'm going to have to break you. Luckily, that spire was really easy to access. Sometimes it's in the back, and you have to dig for a long time to find it. So, there we go! Wind element get. Eventually. Hey, where's the wind element? Don't I get that before the heart piece? I mean, I appreciate getting the heart piece, and now I have 2 rows of hearts, but... Hello, wind element! Is it in the jars? No, there's just arrows in here. Wind element, where are you? Maybe it's in another room. Oh, hello, bird. Have you seen the wind element anywhere? Hey, guys. Hey, guys, I'm on your side. Tell me about the wind element. You, over there, you look like you're hiding a wind element. I mean, here's the logo right here. Do one of you guys eat it? Did one of you guys eat the wind element? Ah, guys are ridiculous. The Tribe of the Winds. They have mastered them and now they join the winds. Ah, that means they're dead then. So they headed for the skies. Now it's Skyward Sword. Zephyr? Who is Zephyr? Okay, well, that means no wind element for you. You're a jerk. You broke our stuff. Here's an ocarina. Serious? What is this serious thing with ocarinas? They're everywhere. Even before Ocarina of Time, which was Link's Awakening, they had an ocarina. This is where the Tribe of the Winds used to live. They got sick of the place. They hated the neighborhood. Hyrule was really noisy. And they took their element with them. So, it looks like we're not getting the wind element for some time. But we did get a wind ocarina. And we got a courtesy teleport out of the dungeon. Now, at least we have a clue where the wind element is. It's just, how are we going to get to the sky? Maybe we turn Eslo into some kind of hot air balloon. It's possible in this technology. So, we got the Ocarina of Wind, which is the prize for completing this dungeon. Ah, that hits me right into nostalgia. So much so, I didn't try to move away from that bird. But remember those wind crests? We can teleport to them now. Which means I could get some stuff out of the way. Yeah, this Minish forest, it's kind of full of things that I've unlocked with my kinstoning. It's just basically Eslo telling us, hey, the wind crests are where you can teleport to with Zephyr. So that's who we're calling. And now he's assuming that Link is a dummy. I think all the Zelda games assume you're some kind of dummy. I don't like it. Well, I wonder if the Minish have any kinstone fusions. You don't. Or either that or they're bugged. I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure there's no kinstone fusions in the Minish village. Or yet, anyway. There might be some later. I'll have to check. Probably Hyrule Town has them all. There's a monopoly on the green kinstones. So, this is Minish Village. Have a little bit of nostalgia. Enjoy. Because, I just have to walk through it. Because right down here is a chest that I've opened with a kinstone. And it's 200 rupees! Thank you! Let me see what else we got in the area. Oh, well, I should have gone back, oh wait, no. What is that over there? Yeah, there's a chest off to the left that I kind of neglected. I'll have to get that later. But we have 2 entryway points and 3 chests to grab. I want to grab them before I end this video. Just get them out of the way. They're kind of nagging me. This is the entry I opened up. Inside is just a blue kinstone piece. Kinda lame. I didn't want to go back in there. The heck with that. That's dumb. And I'm gonna have to grow myself, because I don't think any of these other areas are Minish spots. Kinda gonna annoy me that I left that chest behind back there. Yeah, that's gonna be a pain to get back to. That green kinstone piece in the grass. Everyone knows this. More importantly, red kinstone pieces in chests I've unlocked. And I think there's one... Ah, I just walked past another one. I just realized this. Ah, ridiculous. I should learn how to map better. Yeah, there's a golden chest right up here, too. Another red kinstone piece. So whenever that ancient guy is ready for more fusions, I am more than ready to satisfy his red kinstone needs. Help out those Sheikah people more. Yeah, you see, we have the Minish that are kinda Sheikah, and we have literal Sheikah. At least that's what I assume they are. Now we could go in here. Oh, it's this guy. Yeah, I remember this guy. He's the guy that we opened up to by fusing with his buddy. This guy sells kinstone pieces for 100 rupees. Let's try it. I just got ripped off. Let's try that again. Sometimes you could get a red kinstone piece just for 100 rupees. Like this! It's a random kinstone piece every time. So I guess he's kinda useful. And you could fuse with him, but this is just a random spot. You can't always fuse into Biscuit Scrub. Heh, Scrub. I wonder if they understood that in 2010s that will be a thing. And it doesn't mean what you think it means. Yep, that opens up a golden Octorok next to the poet's house. Well, at least it looks a little bit more tolerable than that golden Tektite. And if you want to, you can cut the grass around here. But more importantly, that weird wall. We've seen weird walls this entire game. We can't bomb them. But if we have the mole mitts, we can dig into them. Into a little underground area. And every underground area will lead to like-likes and death. These guys would eat my shield. I don't like that. That's even more dangerous than getting my rupees eaten. Also, they teleport away after a while. And they take forever to kill. That gives us a blue kinstone piece and 50 rupees. And as you can see, there's more to the subterranean lair. But that is not a place we could get to right yet. Yeah, we have to go the witch way. Or be able to swim to get up there. So, we can't get to there just yet. And I think I have one more chest around here, don't I? Well, one chest that I haven't walked past. Yeah, right here next to this little pond. So as you can tell, we're going to have even more side questing stuff involving mole mitts. I'm sure we'll find lots of cool stuff with this. I mean, it's buried treasure. And look, I just dug up a blue kinstone piece. Ain't that lucky? I'm just gonna destroy the topography in this area now. Good night, folks.